Okay, hello everyone. Thanks for waiting. I hope that you are doing very well today. Welcome and thanks to join us very much. The webinars that we had in the last weeks have been a great success, and we hope to be able to continuing satisfy your curiosity. My name is Giorgia Rossi, and I am the International Sales Manager of Jaxel. It is more than 10 years that we are involved in the development and production of solutions for the 3D surveying and mapping global market. Today's presentation has been realized thanks to the support of one of the most experienced senior surveyor of the Jaxel surveying and testing team, Mr. Giorgio Dotti. Thanks to his contribution, I am now able to describe the real experience we made in the industry field of stockpile volume computation. Giorgio will not be with us today, but he's part of the team and ready to provide you all the support needed to realize the same experience by your own with your customers or in your site. My colleague, Mr. Antu, Senior Engineer and Jaxel Technical Manager, will support me to reply to your questions. Thanks to his huge experience, his contribute will be relevant to learn more about our solutions. I would like also to thank our partners, Lawrence and Mayo from India and AutoBuild from South Africa, for the support of the realization of the activities here described. So just a few information before begin, how you can interact with us. Your mice are switched off, so you cannot talk to us, but of course you can interact with us. You can type some questions using the chat box, and we will try to reply to you in real time. The webinar will be recorded for your reference, and you will receive it by email, so don't worry if your concern is lose some part of the speech. And at the end of the webinar, me and Tu will be at your full disposal to answer to your questions, but do not hesitate to contact us also afterwards by email or chat or phone for any other issues. In case we might not be able to reply to all your questions, please don't worry, because we will follow up afterwards. So let me quickly go through today's agenda. We will have an introduction about the success cases, and then we will enter inside the need of stockpile volume computation, and we will see together why HERON has been the right solution to carry on this kind of activity. And we will try to explain better the process workflow, considering the different cases. Then we will also go inside some results, and then we will have some time for your Q&A. So the accurate and fast computation of volumes of stockpiles represent a crucial need for all the industries where the stock of large amounts of material is the key part of the production process. The way of measuring the volumes of stockpile is affected by a fast process of innovation. The traditional topographic or manual approaches are now substituted by fast, cost-effective and smart technologies, and HERON is one of the results of this process. The process of management, handling and storage of huge piles of material is part of several industrial fields' production process. Moreover, the quality of the business in the most various fields as mining, construction, recycling workflow, waste management, infrastructure is strongly influenced on how fast, accurate, and cheap the volumes in stock can be measured and the variation monitored. Let's think about how the survey activities of stockpiles depend, on one hand, on the general site and environment condition where the surveyors have to operate. I am thinking about the accessibility constraints, the weather conditions, the safety regulations, and on the other hand, on the need not to interfere with the daily production activities of the industrial site. In the past, monitoring and computing of stockpiles volumes were usually carried on by traditional instruments as total station or GNSS. And of course, these approaches are still on use nowadays, but it is clear how these well-proven technologies present more and more some point of weakness in the production process. This is due to the timing of the surveying process, the almost lack of resolution, and some problems like the accessibility and the respect of the safety working regulation of the site. Furthermore, this technique usually provide 3D measure on limited number of points, and usually the geometry and, for this reason, also the volume computation are affected and can vary from the interpolations algorithm and software used to create the 3D shape of the stockpiles. So for this reason, the market is moving and making experience on different kind of technology. Many customers are so moving to innovative solution as the HERON 3D mobile mapping system that is composed by a laser scanner with an RGB digital camera, enriched by a unique real-time algorithm that has changed the approach to compute stockpile volume calculation to make measurement safe and efficiently by following a winning workflow that you can see here. On site, HERON is appreciated for its capabilities to acquire the 3D data in real time. You can visualize, as we are looking here in this little GIF, the data while you are walking and check for some missed part. The data processing is ostensibly speeded up by a dedicated workflow that you can find in the Reconstructor Mining add-on. Reconstructor is the software provided with HERON to analyze and manage 3D data. So after clouds cleaning up, in few steps it is possible to create a mesh. Once created, the DTM contours can be automatically extracted and exported in CAD as DXF. And the volume computation supports both standard volume, respect a plane, or the cut and fill one. The customizable PDF is an easy and smart tool to deliver your final computation. And we will have an experience today of each of these tools, but let's discover better the reason of this success throughout the description of 3 real stories of stockpile mapping from different parts of the entire world. Each site has different surveying problems and goals, and for this reason, every site has represented a challenge. The areas that we are investigating today are 2 outdoor sites and 1 indoor. So the first site, the first case that we will experience today is located in India. Our partner, Lawrence and Mayo, is very active in the mining industry. And as you know, India is one of the major worldwide producer of different kind of materials. The distribution of these materials, of minerals in the country is uneven, so the density of the extraction site varies from region to region. The site we are going to present today is a huge zinc mine in Rajasthan region. The mining company was used to carry on the piles measurements by GNSS, but the daily extension of the site put him in the condition to search for a solution to increase the productivity, cutting operational cost, increasing the operator's safety and getting accurate models to define the volume of the stock materials. So the need in this cave was to get as fast as possible the volumes of the stockpile. And let me add that this is a common goal in this kind of industry. The prerogative was how to turn 3D point clouds into information for management and quick decision making. To guarantee the rapidity of the on-site operations, the customer decided to use a portable mobile mapping system that enables to get detailed piles models to provide almost real-time accurate deliverables, volumes result with screen capture. Do not forget that complex surfaces, especially on the top of a larger stockpile, have to be scanned from surrounding elevated positions, so the solution should be easy, portable, and light. Why HERON mobile mapping system has been the keystone solution for this kind of project? The customer has decided to use HERON, a portable mobile mapping system that is SLAM-based. And due to the dimension of the site, the acquisition has been carried on by walking and by a jeep. Thanks to its versatility, HERON can be used handheld or mounted on a vehicle. And this solution is comfortably portable and it's ready to be used once switched on. No need to waste time in consuming initialization or calibration procedures. HERON acquires data in continuous with a maximum range of 100 meters. The HERON data is post-processed in HERON Desktop. The HERON Home software enables to adjust trajectory thanks to a very robust patent algorithm. Some possible survey errors occurred in real time can be so optimized during the post-processing, so no need to do the survey twice in order to get a better result. And once get the 3D optimized data, calculating the volumes is very easy and fast. So HERON is a sort of all-in-one solution that also includes reconstructor software in order to provide specific features for the mining industry, including the volume calculation. The volume can be calculated respect a specific boundary, usually apply every time to compare the different volumes variation. And this boundary, it's a polyline that can be imported in Reconstructor because Reconstructor also support the DXF importation or can be created also in the software as well. And the deliverables are various, but what satisfied the customers 100% were the customizable PDF report and the blueprint. And now I'd like to show you what is this blueprint and why this satisfied the customer so much. So let me please open one of these blueprint site. And here we are. The blueprint is an orthographic view in a sort of X-ray plan of your site. And of course, you can decide to create this blueprint from the altitude that you desire in horizontal, in vertical, tilt as your convenience. In this case, this kind of deliverable has been really appreciate from the customer because also, you know, customer, for example, the final user who are person who work in the mine, and sometimes they prefer to have, you know, 2D map in order to arrange the stock pile management or to take some annotation about the dimension, the volume, how to carry on all the activity. And this kind of deliverable is pretty used in this sense because you can navigate in this blueprint both on your personal computer, as I am doing right now, or you can also navigate in this kind of data using a portable Windows tablet, in which you can, Microsoft tablet, sorry, in which you can install the Blueprint Navigator, that is the software that I am using right now, and you can navigate inside your 2D data. So you can see the extension of the stockpile. You can take measurement very easily. The software provides different kind of possibility to take measurement. So you can, of course, change also some setting. For example, let me just increase a little bit the text dimension. You see, of course, you can change it as your convenience. You can also measure some area very easy and very quickly. You see here. So in this case, you can have a first preview of the area that you are going to calculate, and you can take some annotation. If you then would like to complete your your workflow inside CAD platform, you can export this kind of data to AutoCAD. Just I can show you very fastly. You can export it as a kind of standard image, or you can go directly to AutoCAD, so that if you need to finish your workflow inside the CAD platform, you can go directly inside in. So this is the reason why the customer really appreciate this blueprint deliverable to navigate and also to take some kind of, first analysis of the site. Let me jump back to the presentation. So going on in the analysis of this zinc stockpile in India, we can consider, for example, one stockpile whose survey by HERON has been carried on in less than 3 minutes. As every survey activity, the site preparation is the first very important stage. The stockpile base plane, respect whom calculating the volumes, has been fixed before computing HERON survey. And thanks to its lightweight and user-friendly approach, HERON captures and calculates complex data. The acquisition can be carried on as frequently as required without time-consuming setting operation. And the deliverables are produced in Reconstructor that has many dedicated mining features. The software has the ability, as we have seen, to automatically create DTM, calculate volume, extract contours, break line, create this smart blueprint. And if you want to know more, I warmly suggest to spend some minutes watching the mining workflow that is available on our YouTube channel, because you will have a complete overview about what you could do in Reconstructor related to the stockpile industry. And so this is the reason why HERON has been so the right solution for this kind of application. Let's now move to another site. We are now in Russia to an indoor iron stockpile. Our partner ScanMax is a pioneer in the usage of portable mobile mapping system applied to the mining sector. And I am very glad to anticipate that ScanMax will be our guest on May 6th. So don't miss the opportunity to directly experience with them another mining application, the underground one. So with them, we will investigate in a webinar this kind of industry field. But let me go back to our today's story. The piles are stocked in the warehouse, and almost every day the customer had to estimate their change due to added subtracted material. But the main goal of the customer was guaranteeing that the amount of material delivered to the end user was the same that has been stocked. So for obvious reasons, the solution used had to be easy portable, user-friendly, and smart, especially easy portable. The survey had to be done along the walkway of the warehouse and from the top, mounting the system on a crane in order to automate the entire survey process. And HERON perfectly fit this need. HERON enables to move anywhere mounted in several configurations, and thanks to its unique versatility, HERON dramatically reduced the on-site and post-processing activities. In the post-processing software by the automatic targetless registration tool, walk-away and crane surveys have been merged to get the complete 3D final point cloud. And the use of HERON to map the site does not require a particular preparation, as we have seen also before in the case of the outdoor stockpile. The site is surveyed as it is. The survey preparation is in generally independent from HERON. So it is independent from the technologies that you use and consists, in this case, in identifying some fixed geometries of the warehouse structure to whom append these surveys carried on in the different time by HERON. So we had to identify a reference geometry. And thanks to the rapidity of HERON, the data acquired have been used to set flowchart, monitoring, checking, and managing the mining activity. And mine operators could quickly and easily calculate stockpile tonnages within a few minutes. And only one surveyor can do the site's survey, process the data, and get the final result in less than 30 minutes. So in 15 minutes, you can do your surveying area, your survey, both from a walk-away and crane. And then in 10 minutes processing, you can get your final result. So your volume calculation. And as you see, that is pretty fast. Our stockpile words tour has almost come to the end, and thanks to our partner AutoBuild, HERON landed in South Africa mines. Last May, we have carried on a nice experience at a chrome mine in between Johannesburg and Pretoria. And I like this story pretty much, and I have decided to leave as the latest because I have been personally on this site. So that was really amazing. And it also fully shows how to integrate different 3D survey solution. And we will see why. The customer we have been working with was really impressed by how fast he could get using HERON, both the volume and the 3D colored visualization of the stockpile. This visualization made easier also to analyze the 3D change of the pile by the mine managers. The South Africa mines has started to evaluate a different survey technique since sometimes already. They experience static laser scanner whose benefits, like the height accuracy, have been moved to the background by the operative time because multiple scans position set up in order to cover the scanning area consist in long time on-site operations, not feasible for the mine's production. They also tried the photogrammetry, and the UAV has revealed efficient apart for some inconvenience due to the typology of the mine. Let me underline that the material piled is chrome. It's a black and very shining material under the sun's ray. So we can say, two kind of issues. To avoid the direct sun's ray, the operator had to fly only at the earliest time of the day until maximum 10 o'clock. And in a certain way, that could be okay because surveyors are famous to work in the most strange time of the day, during the most strange period of the year, under the most strange weather condition. So raise up your hand if you would have a strange survey experience to share with us. I am pretty sure about it. But anyway, having fixed hours to carry on a survey could be sometimes a strict limit. The second limit was represented by the material itself. huge black piles whose pictures, in case of the UAV usage, were very difficult to orient using the photogrammetry, losing definition, geometry, and also shape in some areas. So the idea was to integrate a UAV survey with the ground done by HERON portable mobile mapping system. The HERON portable backpack system has been used easily walking around and along the walkaway. HERON lets the surveyor move around freely and easily. And of course, it is not permitted to walk on the stockpile out of the walkaway for obvious safety reason. And in order to get the complete coverage of the stockpile, HERON can be mounted on a very tall, extensive pole. What the users then like is that the external control unit displays the 3D preview of what you are surveying, and so check, control, and in case also adjust the data acquired is very convenient and quick. This means that the first data check can be run on site, and so if an error would come up, you can immediately run the survey again. In order to get the complete 3D model of the stockpile, we merge both UAV data and HERON's one. Furthermore, the data had to be georeference, and the HERON own software, HERON Desktop, has the unique ability to use clouds, any clouds, TLS, UAV, mobile mapping as constraint to adjust the trajectory and georeference the data based on the reference cloud used. So we used the UAV cloud as reference to mount the HERON one, and the HERON cloud shown a better definition in terms of shape and geometry along the peak, where the photogrammetry failed the image's orientation. The 3D mesh created from the two clouds revealed a higher definition model of HERON 1, and thanks to the advanced features of Reconstructor that has the ability to merge clouds in a very intelligent way by a dedicated volumetric filter, we had the chance to build up the final cloud and then the mesh model to calculate the volume request by the quarry. And also in this case, only one operator worked on site, and in a matter of minutes, he acquired the stockpile whose dimension was around 90 for 30 meters for 10 meters height. And we then moved to the office inside the mine area, and we ran the data processing. In 35 minutes, we got the merged clouds, HERON and UAV together. Then we create the mesh, and then we calculate the volume. The advantage of HERON in this application are the continuous scanning and the easily integration with the existing survey for a complete site coverage. Let me spend just a few words in details about the HERON that have been used in this kind of examples. We have applied HERON Lite, so this is the HERON Lite series, and with only 2 kilos weight, HERON Lite is adaptable, for any staff to use in any environment. It is capable to work also tilt, and it enables to fully cover in a matter of minutes also complex shapes. The versatility and the speed of HERON, as well as the ability to acquire huge and complex areas, has seen the technology being used very much for stockpile volume evaluation and reporting. So HERON lets the surveyor move around freely and easily without need to stop somewhere, achieving centimeter accuracy. Mining companies have to deliver highly accurate measurements in time. That is the most critical point. Any mistakes can cause delays, disputes, or lost revenues, and HERON sensibly helps to smartly manage these mining activities. Let me close today's experience summing up HERON's advantages, underlined by the 3 success cases that we have just explored. So, in terms of cost, there's no need to hire a big survey team or to do multiple surveys. A single survey carried on by one single operator will produce a complete and accurate survey. In all the three cases that we have just investigated, only one surveyor was on site. Let's consider the time. Survey by walking or driving at maximum 30 kilometers per hour. This is the maximum speed that we normally suggest using HERON, dramatically cuts down the field time operation. Consider the safety. That is a very, sensible and hard topic. People have to spend a long time on the field, and the system range permits to acquire data from a certain distance. So in a certain way is a sort of not invasive technique, because you can also get your data from a long range distance, and considered also the completeness of the data. So the point cloud density is far superior to any alternative surveying method. If you remember, we mentioned that the classic survey techniques provide punctual information, and so also the discretization that you can apply in order to get your shape, your model, is definitely different using a kind of solution like HERON. So guys, thank you very much to join today's webinar. I think that we have come to the end. I am pleased now with to support to reply to some of your questions. I see that we have a lot. In case we would not have enough time, because it seems that this topic has been pretty interesting for you, please don't complain, because we will get back later by email. So, sorry, can you join us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, fantastic. So, let me see, because there are some questions. Okay, can we start with one question for you? Even I have seen that you have already replied to many questions in real time. That's good. Thanks for your help.
Thank you. Welcome.
Does the cloud from the UAV images have been computed from an external software?
Yeah. I mean, for HERON light color or any HERON system, so you will have
sorry to know. The customer is asking the data acquired by the UAV. If we have compute the data, or we have used an external software. Well, sorry, let me reply to this, because I was on site. No, we did not process the data of the UAV, because we did not take in charge of the survey done by the UAV. The quarry already had its own UAV, and they carried on the survey with their technology, and they processed the data. In general, the data of the UAV are not processed inside Reconstructor. Normally, we import data already processed, and so what we have done here was importing the UAV point cloud in LAS format, and then merge it onto HERON. And so, yes, continues the other question. Yes, we import the UAV point cloud in HERON software in order to merge and mount the HERON cloud one. Yes. I have another question. What is the main difference between handheld HERON Lite and the backpack system? Well, I think I can reply too, if for you it's okay. Well, the main difference is that honestly, it depends on how you would like to carry on the survey. Because, for example, we had some kind of customer who preferred to work backpack based. Because in this way they do not have anything in their hand, and so you have everything in the backpack, and in the backpack you can also have the battery that normally is mounted on a belt, and if you want you can also put, for example, the external control unit, the JTAG inside, and you can connect the control unit with a smartphone or something like that. On the other side, I have some customers who prefer to work handheld. Why? First of all, because if you work handheld base, you can mount HERON on an extensive pole. I think that we have one that can reach up to 10 meters in order to reach some peak, you know. And also because if you work handheld, it's easy to tilt the system. When we will have the presentation of the underground mining, we will see also some experience in the cavity, okay? And so if you are working with HERON handheld base, it's easier to put inside the cavity. And also, for example, if you have to tilt it, of course, using by hand, that's easier. So I think that this is the main difference between using HERON Light handheld or backpack based. Then I have a question, I think, for you too. For stockpile survey, do you need to establish any survey data first?
No, I think, no, you don't have to establish any survey datum first. You can use some, I think this question should be related to how to georeference the HERON, I mean, the scan of HERON data into the global coordinate, right? So you don't need to establish any survey datum. You just need to have some control points in your in your site, so you can import HERON data inside Reconstructor, and you can georeference it into the global coordinate system, and that's all.
Okay, thank you too. And what is the real-time algorithm used? This is our own algorithm. This is developed by us. So if you would like to know more, we could follow up, but this is our own algorithm, patent algorithm. And another question for you.
Yep.
How do the reliability of the model is scaled? I think that the issue is how we can check, I think, if the model is rightly scaled. I mean, is acquired in the right measurement and dimension, I think.
Yeah, I think this as well. So I can share with you an experience, my experience in a demo with our customer when we tried to compute a volume of a stockpile, and the customer asked us to check the difference of the volume when I first scans a stockpile, and then they put on that stockpile with a cartoon box. It's around 60 cubic centimeters. So after the comparison between the first scan and the second scans, the difference between the big difference between two volumes and the accuracy is around only 0.01 cubic meter. So more or less 10 liter, 1 liters. Sorry, 1 liters.
I think we have lost two for a while.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so, here we are. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Maybe due to my internet connection. So we did a test, and the reference is a cartoon box with we scanned the cartoon box several times, and the customer also have the volume, the actual volume, the specification number of the volume of that box, and after with the result scanning from HERON system, the difference is only 1 liter, so one decimeter cubic. So I mean, you can completely believe in the accuracy of the system.
Yeah, thank you very much too. And what was the panoramic camera used in AC2, and what was its pixel size of camera? Yeah, you can reply. Just general things. The same camera that we mount in the AC2 is the same camera that we mount in HERON Light. Color, of course. I can leave the floor to reply to this pixel
Okay, thank you.
size. Yeah.
Yeah. So with the AC2, you have, I mean, yeah, you can extract the image in two. I mean, the AC2, when you're doing the acquisition, you will have a streaming video. So the streaming video will record with the quality of full HD resolution. But when you stop and you acquire a 5K images, so that images will have 5,000 multiplied by 2,000 pixels per image. So that is the resolution of the panoramic camera in the AC2.
Okay. Then, could you please repeat how the calibration of HERON before each survey works? I can reply to this because we do not need to calibrate the instrument. You have only to switch on, okay? You wait for a very fast warming up, that means a few seconds, and then you can start working. So the nice thing is that you don't need to calibrate or initialize the system, and you don't even need to stop during your survey to recalibrate or reinitialize the system. So you just wear it, or you just keep it in your hand and then you start walking. So no need of calibration and initialization time. So the hardware, camera, EMU, and LiDAR for HERON Light is the same as the backpack. I can reply to this. No, because we have several HERON configuration. We have HERON Light series and HERON AC series. So what is in common is the software, of course. The real-time software and the post-processing software is the same. So the technology used is the same. The algorithm is the same. The camera and the IMU are the same. The LiDAR is different because for HERON Light, we use Velodyne VLP16, and for the HERON AC, Velodyne HDL32. So we integrate both. And the external control unit is the same. But what really changed and what really make the difference is the laser itself, because it's a different one. I have a question for you two. What kind of georeference are there can be used? I think what kind of how you can georeference the data. I think that this is the
yeah.
yeah.
So
In few words, because I know that it's a big topic. This.
So to georeference your data, your HERON data, that I mean in general there are two ways that you need at least 3 control points that are acquired by total station GNSS or GPS system. And there is another way that if you have another point cloud which is already georeferenced, and you can merge that point cloud with the HERON data in reconstructor or in HERON desktop software. So the new HERON survey will be automatically georeferenced with the previous point cloud. So that is the idea how to georeference your HERON data.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, HERON georeference, we have many smart way to do that, but I think that it would be a topic, an interesting topic to discuss about. Can HERON backpack be dismounted to be a handheld? Yes, of course. Any kind of HERON, it does not matter if it is AC, light, you can use handheld, you can use backpack, you can mount on the car, on the vehicle as well, just using a specific adapter. So all the HERON series are versatile and being used handheld or backpack based or also mount on the vehicle. It is possible to connect SLAM with the GNSS. I can reply to this. Well, it depends on the meaning of the connection. Of course, as Tu said before, we can use GNSS point to georeference HERON. So in order to georeference the HERON cloud, we can use GNSS point, and we have, for example, a very smart way to use the ground control point, GNSS based. And we can use also as well external control points acquired by Total Station, of course. Then a general question, if it is possible to export to Recap. And Tu, if you want to reply to this question.
Yes, many thanks. So yeah, it is possible that you can export to Recap, I mean, directly from our software reconstructor. So just some single click, that's your point cloud is already, I mean, ready to import to Recap with auto photo and sorry, I mean, slice point cloud with also the complete point cloud.
Okay, thank you very much. And then I think that we have really 1 minute for the latest questions. Tu, if you want to reply, do I have to close the loop? So is mandatory to end the survey in the same starting position or not?
No, with HERON system, you don't need to do that. So you just start from, I mean, anywhere, and you can stop from another point. So you don't need to, I mean, close the loop. With HERON, you are, I mean, you can do that.
Okay, so I think that we have done everything. In case we, of course, we will be back to you with other reply for other questions, because they are pretty many. So really, thank you very much for your interest. That is really appreciate. We are glad that also this topic has been so interested for you. We will be back to you with some other details. If you want, just remind, but of course you can find and you can follow our events on our channel. If you want to discover another mining application related to underground one, on May 6th, we will explore it with our ScanMax partner. And on the other side, if you want to have an experience different than the mining, but more related to BIM, that is a very warm topic. Next week, we will have a very nice success case, and our partner, Autobuild from South Africa, will be our guest. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. Have a good time to every one of you.